on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you're on a fantastic day today. And today we have the November 2024 Great Plains International Airport update for you all. I really hope each and every one of you are excited for today's video, as today we have a very exciting Great Plains update in store for you all. We got so many various aircraft changes. We got a brand new expansion that you kind of saw right there, and so much to dive into in today's airport update. I hope all of you are excited for this, and we got the light to go with it today, so we are very fortunate to be here. So without any further delay, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get the light here on the internationals because they look absolutely amazing right now, and we'll continue to progress from here. So again, I hope each and every one of you are excited for this. Let's go ahead and get started. Pulling into the gate right here, we have this beautiful Edelweiss Airbus A340-300. This aircraft, of course, is coming in from none other than Zurich, Switzerland, which we love to see that. Our next aircraft is going to be this beautiful Condor Airbus A330neo. This aircraft today is going to be heading out on one of 3 weekly services to Frankfurt. So definitely a healthy operation there for our boys over at Condor. The next flight is going to be this Hainan Airlines Airbus A350. This aircraft loading up today with a non-stop flight today out to Beijing. So a very cool service right there. Our next aircraft is going to be this Air India Boeing 777-300ER. This particular airframe is loading up with the service out to New Delhi today. So definitely a very cool one to see, and what an awesome service this is right here. You're also currently only finding Star Alliance and independent airlines at the main Terminal D facility right here. We'll explain what's going on here momentarily. The next aircraft is going to be the Star Alliance Aer Lingus Airbus A330-300. The Green Machine is going to be taking it out to Dublin, Ireland today. So definitely awesome with the wide body here during the lesser demand months. So that's absolutely awesome. And our next aircraft is going to be this beautiful ANA Boeing 787-9 in the R2D2 livery. And this aircraft today is heading out to none other than Tokyo. And then you're going to find the Azul Airbus A330neo with the pink livery. And this aircraft, of course, is heading out to Brazil, this time to, I believe it's Buenos Aires or Sao Paulo. I'm forgetting their hub off the top of my head, so please forgive me. But nevertheless, it's heading out over there. And I'll get you a better angle here in a moment. But here's the TUI Boeing 787-9. And this aircraft, of course, is heading out to none other than Birmingham, I believe, is their operation. Or it's Manchester, one of those two. Or both, perhaps. And our next aircraft over here is the LATAM Boeing 767-300ER. I can't see my phone, so I'm sorry if it's a little off. But anyway, this aircraft is currently making a non-stop flight today, heading out to Sao Paulo. So looking very nice for him right there. And then we have the beautiful British Airways Airbus A380. And this aircraft's heading out to London Heathrow. This is the last one-world departure from this facility. And you'll see, you kind of saw it earlier, but we'll get into that at the end of the update. So stay tuned. And then we have the beautiful China Southern Airbus A380, and this aircraft, is heading out to Skylines Airport. So we absolutely love to see that. Let's go ahead and bounce into none other than our beautiful Caribbean and other airlines over here. So here's the Caribbean Airlines 737 MAX 8, and this particular frame is going to be making a nonstop flight. I believe it goes out to Port of, it might be Port-au-Prince, I'm forgetting the name of it, but anyways, it's heading out to their main hub. And here's the Avianca Airbus A320 Taka Retro heading out to San Salvador. And then we have the Caribbean Airways, 737 MAX 8. I believe these go to Prince George, I'm pretty sure. That's their main operation. And here is the Volaris Airbus A320, and this aircraft is heading out to none other than Guadalajara today. It's looking very nice for that aircraft. Here's the Viva Aerobus Airbus A320neo. This aircraft came in from Mexico City, and now it's making a flight out to Monterey. And we get into the good light here for the WestJet 737-800, and this particular frame is coming in from none other than Calgary, and now it's heading out to Edmonton. And here's the sister ship without scimitars, and this aircraft is going to be making a flight today heading out to Winnipeg. It came in earlier today from Toronto. Here's a Swoop 737 MAX 8, or sorry, this is a normal 800 rather. And this aircraft is coming in today from Vancouver, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Edmonton. And here's a Flare Boeing 737 MAX 8 coming in from Toronto. He's now going to be heading out to Vancouver as well. We have the Air Canada Rouge Airbus A321. This aircraft is coming in from Saskatoon today. Now it's going to be making a flight today over to Victoria. And here's the Air Canada Jets Airbus A320 coming in from Montreal, and now it's heading out to Halifax. And we have a beautiful WestJet Saab 340 right here, and this aircraft came in from Winnipeg, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to the Toronto Billy Bishop Airport, because why not? I don't have a porter yet, so we got to do that. And we got this Air Canada 787-9 to finish it out right here, and this aircraft is coming in after a flight from Toronto as well, and that is doing the 5th Freedom flight to Los Angeles. So looking very nice for all those aircraft. Let's go ahead and bounce to the other side for some better light after we get the beautiful Delta ERJ-175, and this aircraft is coming in from, let's see, got to be a little spontaneous, Bozeman, and now it's going to be making a flight today out to Charleston. And we got the United E-175 right here. This aircraft's coming in today from Austin, Texas, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Indianapolis. And we have an Air TD Nui, Boeing 787-9. This aircraft is coming in from Pape. I believe that's their main operation. So we absolutely love to see all the variety of airlines. And it's front lit over here, so I got to get my beautiful Virgin Atlantic Airbus E350-1000 coming into the SkyTeam facility. They got the marshalage ready to rock here, and he's coming in from London Heathrow on one of 2 daily flights. So really impressive that they got that second daily flight here in the winter months. Now we bounce over and get the really good lighting on all these aircraft, so let's go ahead and do just that. Beginning with the Korean Boeing 787-9. This aircraft today, coming in from Seoul, is now going to be heading back out there, just a once daily service, because Delta has another one too. And then we have the beautiful IT-8 Airbus E330-200. They're finishing up on him, and he's going to be heading out to Rome today, so very nice to see that. Still absolutely fascinated by the 2-hour connection time to get from here all the way down there to the Delta connection gate, so that's pretty cool. Delta connecting flights, not Delta connection, but Delta connection's there too, and that's pretty relevant as well. But I just want to say for the flights. Here's the beautiful Air France Boeing 787-9. This aircraft is coming in from Paris Charles de Gaulle today, and we'll be heading back out there. And then we have the Saudia Boeing 787-10 coming in from Jeddah, also heading back out there. I think that's been a really great service for us here. And we got the KLM Boeing 777-300ER coming in from Amsterdam. Delta also operates that one, but it's on a inconsistent basis, so we'll see if that ever becomes consistent. Beginning with our taxiing airframes, we have a WestJet 737-700 heading out to Calgary today on the turnaround. And here we have an Aeromexico 737-800 coming in from Mexico City. Here's the Umuma 1 Southwest 737 MAX 8 coming in from none other than Los Angeles. This aircraft's now heading all the way up to Providence. And we have a JetBlue Airbus A321neo on final. This aircraft is currently jetting in from San Francisco, and now it's going to be heading out to Miami. All right, all's looking very good. Let's continue over here. We have a Etihad Airbus E350-1000. I'll go ahead and move around the tables as I give you a view of that. This aircraft is coming in from none other than Abu Dhabi, and now it's going to be going to take the gate over there. One of the carriers is going to be pushed back. I think Condor is getting ready, so that's where he's going. We have the beautiful Emirates Airbus E380. This aircraft is coming in today from Dubai, of course. Here is the Air Canada Express ERJ-175. This aircraft's coming in from St. John's, and now it's going to be making a pretty quick flight up to Toronto. We have a Southwest Airlines 737-800. This aircraft today is coming in from Las Vegas, and now it's going to be making a flight today out to Boston. And here we have a United Airlines Boeing 757-300. This aircraft's coming in from San Francisco, and now it's going to be heading out to Houston George Bush. We have an Air Canada Airbus E220-300. This aircraft is coming in from all the way in, let's see. There was I thought there was another route that I was missing. Let me check the sheet here. I went without the sheet this whole time, so let's make sure I'm not missing any. I was thinking of, I think St. John's. Yeah, this aircraft's coming in from St. John's, and now it's going to be making a flight to Montreal. And we have the beautiful, for Ryland, Copa Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 coming in from Panama City. Here's the Gull Boeing 737 MAX 8. I blanked on their operation again. I think it might be Brazil. Is it Brazil? It's somewhere in South America, of course. But anyway, he's going out to their hub, and of course I can't remember it. Next, we have the United 757-200. This aircraft is making a really cool flight in from Denver, and now it's going to be making a flight over to Chicago O'Hare. Very short flight, but we absolutely love to see that. And then over there on the other side, we got the nicely lit taxiing airplanes like the Delta E220-100. This aircraft today is coming in from New York LaGuardia, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Salt Lake City. We have United CRJ-200 taxiing in from Appleton, Wisconsin. This aircraft is now getting ready to head out to Joplin today. Here is a Turkish Airlines Boeing 787-9 coming in from Istanbul. He's now looking for a gate, but he's probably going to have to do another lap around because there's not one open yet. Here is a Air Premia Boeing 787-9, and he's coming in from Seoul, of course, or Skylys Airport. So that's what he's doing right now. And not Skylys Airport, rather. Here's the United Stars and Bars Airbus E320. This aircraft's taxiing out today from Pensacola and came in earlier today after a flight from Missoula. There's the TUI that we saw previously. There's a Delta 737-900. This aircraft's coming in from, Phoenix today, and now it's going to be making a service over to Portland. Here's an American E-175. This aircraft's also coming in from Portland, but how about Portland, Maine this time? Now it's going to be making a flight today over to Hilton Head Island. And we have a Delta Airlines 767-300ER taxiing off for only 3 left after arriving in today from Honolulu. This aircraft's now going to be making a pretty short jaunt today over to Miami, so looking very nice for him. Here's the United 737-900ER, and this aircraft today is pushing back with the service today over to, I want to send this guy to Houston George Bush, so he's coming in from there. Now he's going to be making a flight to, following that up over to Palm Springs, so looking very nice. All right, since the lighting's only good in so many spots right now, what we're going to do is get as many of the American gates as we can, and then we'll come back to whatever's nicely lit But I want to get this one at least once just in case it gets shaded over. The beautiful Acer 757-200 Hecla Royal, flying the once daily flight right now over to Reykjavik, Keflavik due to the current command. So all this looking really great. And if you enjoyed the Great Plains update, please consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and also sharing with a friend. I love making this airport. It takes a tremendous amount of time to put it together, but it's also worth it when all of you love it so much. So thank you so much for your support of the Great Plains operation, and we will continue to provide my monthly updates forever and always. Our next aircraft, we'll start with American now, is going to be this ERJ-175. This aircraft is coming in from Springfield, Missouri, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Providence. We have an American Airlines 737-800 coming in from Syracuse. He's now going to be heading out to Albuquerque. Then we have this American E321 coming in from Chicago O'Hare. This aircraft is now going out to San Antonio. Here's an American Airlines Airbus E319 coming in from Nashville. He's now going to be heading over to St. Louis. Here's an American Airlines 787-8. This aircraft's coming in from Honolulu, and now it's going to be heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth. Here's an American Airlines 737 Chrome. This aircraft's coming in from Houston, and now it's going to be heading out to Miami. Here's an American Airlines 737 MAX 8. This aircraft's coming in from Las Vegas, and now it's going to be heading out to Orange County. Here's an American Airlines Airbus E321 coming in from Denver. He's now going to be heading over to Tulsa. Here's an American Airlines Airbus E319 coming in from Seattle, now going to Tampa. Another American E319 getting ready to push for Cincinnati and came in from Calgary. Another American E175 coming in from Detroit, now it's heading out to Minneapolis. An American Eagle E175 getting the marshaller there, coming in from Washington National, and now it's going to be heading out to Philadelphia. American A319 coming in from Mexico City, and now it's getting ready for Raleigh-Durham. An American 737-800 coming in from Sacramento, and now it's going to be heading over to, let's go, Reno. Medal of Honor E321 coming in from Traverse City, which is a really impressive flight for this time of year, but it is an overnight, so that's why. Now this aircraft's heading over to Washington Dulles. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. We have Medal of Honor and Stand of Cancer right next to each other. How cool is that? Very nice. Okay, nevertheless, let's get back to Stand of Cancer on the A321, which this frame is coming in from Chicago O'Hare, and now it's going to be heading over to Orlando. Here's an American E318 coming in from Miami, and now it's going to be making a flight to Dallas-Fort Worth. Here's an American A320 heading over to Oklahoma City. This aircraft came in after a flight from Pittsburgh. And we have an American A321, which is currently coming in from Charleston, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to, is there any routes that I'm immediately missing? I think we need a flight to New York JFK. There's that PSA American A321 coming in from Austin, now heading over to Philadelphia. An American 737-800 coming in from Los Angeles, and now it's going to be flying over to Portland, Oregon. And a One World American 737 coming in today from, let's see here, how about Newark, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Cleveland, so definitely a nice variety there. Let's continue with these gates since they're nicely lit. We're about to lose the light. We got probably 5 minutes left, so let's definitely capitalize on it. Beginning with the Alaska 737-900, and this is the Honoring Those Who Serve, which is coming in from Seattle, and now it's heading over to Portland. And we got the 800 Star Wars livery coming in from Washington National. Super unique service, but now it's going to be going to San Diego. Here's an American E321 America West. This aircraft's currently making a flight today to Bozeman and came in earlier today from Tampa. The E321neo is coming in from Anchorage, and now it's heading to Orlando. 737 MAX 8, excuse me, we're rapid fire today. Coming in from Fort Lauderdale, now it's going to be making a flight to Montego Bay. A321neo, which is currently coming in. How about Orange County for him too? However, now he's going on to Fort Myers. There's this A321, which is coming in from Boston, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Ontario. Here's this 737-800 coming in from Burbank. Now it's going to be flying out to, let's see, Tucson. And here we have this Airbus E320, which is jetting off today over to, let's see, trying to think of a good route here. How about, I don't, this is not the time to blank. Let me just go ahead and get the route sheet again so we can get back on track. Let's go to Detroit for him and came in from Madison. There we go. Here's this A320, which is making a flight today in from, I'm looking at every single destination, Toronto. And that's going to be making a flight today over to Puerto Vallarta. And let's get around here so we can see the 737-800, which is coming in from Omaha, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Chicago O'Hare. E319 with Sharklets coming in from St. Martin, and now it's going to be making a flight over to Eagle County Regional. Here's this A321, which is making a flight today in from Indianapolis, and now it's going to be flying over to Newark. 737-800 heading out Dallas-Fort Worth, turnaround flight. E175 coming in from Houston Hobby, now it's going to be flying to New Orleans. And then we get this Airbus E319 coming in from Wichita. Now it's going to be heading out to Jackson. And here we have the 737 coming in from Fort Lauderdale. Now it's heading out to Phoenix. Allegheny E321 coming in from Charlotte. That is a turnaround. E321neo coming in from Los Angeles. That's a turnaround too. A320 coming in from Denver, and now it's making a flight to Tampa. Another A320 coming in from Houston, George Bush, now it's going out to Charlotte. And then we begin our heavy conga lines, beginning with the Boeing 787-9. This aircraft's coming in from Madrid, and now it's going to be heading over to Los Angeles. This 787-8 is coming in from Stockholm, and now it's going to be making a flight to London Heathrow. This Boeing 777-200ER is coming in from, I don't think this could probably make it to Auckland. That's a little unrealistic. So let's go Tokyo for him, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Buenos Aires. This Boeing 777-300, however, is going to be going to Auckland, came in from London Heathrow. And this Boeing 787-8 is going to be making a flight today over to Sydney, and made a flight over earlier today from, what's a city? I don't know if that would be capable of going to Cape Town or not. We're going to say that it is, and if it needs a fuel stop, it can stop wherever it needs to, because I'm not sure what the best place for that would be, if it's even necessary. This American 777-200ER in the One World livery is coming in today from Denver. Yes, a bunch of skiers right now. Now it's going to be making a flight today over to New York John F. Kennedy. Here's this Qantas 787-9. This is our Melbourne flight, so really cool to see this, and you'll figure out why this is taxiing over here later in the video. And we have this beautiful Aviation 400 American Airlines 787-9. This particular airframe is making a flight today in from Amsterdam, and now it's going to be heading over to, let's see here. How about, what's a good service here? Let's go, I'm so sorry. I should have been able to come up with a route faster than that. In this particular case, I think that's only fair to send this aircraft to Sao Paulo. So let's send to Sao Paulo. All right, so we're gonna have one more break here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna position ourselves over there on the taxiway, and we're gonna try to get all the aircraft over there with some good light, and then we'll only have the taxiway shaded for the rest of the update, and obviously those gates, but they were gonna be shaded no matter what. So pretty productive considering that it was supposed to be completely cloudy today. All right, so here's the American Boeing 777-300ER. This aircraft, man, all these American wide bodies, they just come out of nowhere. This is another London Heathrow flight. However, he's coming in from a really short flight from Chicago O'Hare on our reposition, but they do sell revenue tickets, so that's pretty cool. Kind of like Orlando to Atlanta for Delta. Here's a Delta 175, so much so that this aircraft's coming in from Fort Myers, but now it's heading over to Cincinnati. And there's the SkyTeam Delta 737-800. This aircraft's heading out to Denver today and made a flight in earlier from Ontario. And then we have the United CRJ-200. This aircraft's heading over to Myrtle Beach today and came in from Trenton, really cool route. Here's an American 737-800 coming in from Washington National, now it's heading out to Philadelphia. And the gorgeous Delta Airlines A350-900 is going to be making a flight today over to Amsterdam. And it was inconsistent, but it's here today, and now it's going to be making a flight onto Paris. There's the American 737-800 coming in from Portland, now it's making a flight today over to Boston. Just in time for the good light, literally right on cue. There's the United 757-300. This one is going to be going over to San Francisco today and came in from Orlando. There's the American US Airways 321 heading over to Charlotte on turnaround. And a Delta Airlines A220-300 coming in from LaGuardia. This aircraft's now heading out to Houston George Bush. There's the United 737 MAX 9. This one is coming in today from Chicago O'Hare. And now it's going to be making a flight today over to Newark. Yeah. Okay, there's the United 737-700 taxiing out with a service today over to Destin Fort Lauderdale. This aircraft came in from Tampa. And we have a Delta A321 coming in from Tampa too. However, this one's going to be heading off to Jacksonville now. There's an American A319 with Sharklets. This aircraft's making a relatively manageable flight to St. Louis and came in earlier today from the great city of Kalispell, which is a really cool once daily for us. And an absolutely gorgeous Lufthansa Boeing 787-9 with the Hawaiian. That's a great shot right there. That's super cool. So this one is coming in from Frankfurt today. That is down back to one daily because United actually started a Frankfurt service. So yeah, only fair to have it in that capacity. There's the Hawaiian Boeing 787-9. This aircraft is heading out to Honolulu, but did come in on the new service from Kahului earlier, so that's absolutely great. And let's continue to get the good light before we lose it. All right, we'll just go ahead and do United first today. Here's their A319 coming in from St. Louis. Now it's heading out to Nashville. 737-800, which is coming in from Milwaukee, and now it's going to be making a flight to Orlando. A 757-200 heading out to Miami and came in earlier from Houston. And a 737-900 coming in from San Diego, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Mexico City. So very cool to see that. Then we have a conga line here. We got an A320 on the top right coming in from Seattle. Now it's heading out to Charlotte. A 757-200 coming in from Los Angeles on a turnaround. We have the 737 MAX 8 coming in from New York LaGuardia on a turnaround, surprisingly. There's a 737 MAX 9 coming in from Minneapolis. This aircraft's now heading out to San Jose, California. And we had the 767-400 flying to Frankfurt. So very nice to see that. Came in earlier today after a flight from Madrid. Very cool to see that route getting established too. You'll see a bunch of progression coming up for United. We'll talk about it more in the next update. Here's this United 787-9. This one is coming in, believe it or not, how about, get ready for this, drum roll, please. I blanked on the city. No, I was just kidding. He's coming in from Munich today, which I thought it'd be cool that United has a Munich flight as well. So great to see that they're all going strong there with the connections and all that. But the, Lufthansa flight's obviously great for frequent flyers and all that too. And there's just enough demand for 2 flights in general. So that's where we're at on that. So let me go ahead and get my chair here so we can reposition without hopefully knocking much off. Okay, there's the United 757-200. This one's coming in from Washington Dulles today. It is a turnaround. There's the United Airbus 319. This aircraft's coming in from Jackson, Mississippi, and now it's heading out to Destin, Fort Wadden. And we have 4 beautiful United Express regional jets. So the ERJ-145 Custom is coming in from Little Rock, and now it's heading out to Grand Rapids. The CRJ-200 is coming in from West Palm Beach, and now it's going out to Oklahoma City. The CRJ-700 is coming in from Oakland. That's a very long flight. Now it's going to Islip. And then another CR7, this one is coming in from Syracuse, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Birmingham. So very nice to see all those routes. Here's the JetBlue A220. This one is coming in today from Las Vegas, which is a really cool flight. Now it's heading over to New York John F. Kennedy. And there's the Freedom 1 Southwest 737-800. This one is coming in from Dallas Love Field, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Atlanta. Here is an American 737-800. This one is coming in today from, Austin, and now it's going to be flying over to San Antonio. And we have an American A320 coming in from Spokane, and now it's going to be making a flight to Norfolk. All right, and then we have our 2 that have been over here for a while. I know I need to move them, but when there's so many planes to move, they kind of went on the wayside. So did we just lose the light? Yes, we did. We might have one more small little break there at some point, but to make it 21 minutes with a mostly cloudy forecast, I'm very happy with that. And we did cover a substantial amount of ground, so now we really have availability to do whatever we want. So let's see. So we covered the Uniteds really heavily. We got all the taxiways over here. So with that being said, I think it's only fair to finish off the Uniteds and Deltas so we have it a little bit more concentrated. And yeah, we got that full taxiway over there. So the whole mat over here will be complete once we do this. So let's go ahead and dive into that. Our first one's the United CRJ-700. This aircraft, let's get the route map out because yes, this aircraft's coming in from Memphis and now it's gonna make a flight to Lake Charles. Here's this ERJ-170, which is coming in from Memphis, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Dodge City. Here's this Delta CRJ-700. This aircraft's coming in from South Bend, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Grand Rapids. A CRJ-200 coming in today from Wichita. This aircraft's now heading out to Lubbock. This CRJ-900 is pulling into the gate from Shreveport, and now it's going to be making a flight to Brownsville. Another CRJ-700 coming in from Louisville. Now it's going to Dayton, Ohio. CRJ-200 coming in from Cleveland. Now it's going to be going to Baltimore, BWI. And the CRJ-900 is coming in from Springfield, and now it's going to be heading out to Tallahassee. United 737-800 coming in from Boise. Now it's going to be going to Las Vegas. Delta Airlines 757-200 coming in from Las Vegas. Now going out to Atlanta. Delta A321 coming in from San Antonio. Now it's heading out to Key West. Or that can't go to Key West, sorry. How about San Juan? And a Delta 757-300 coming in from Minneapolis, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Newark, which is a very interesting 757. So that mat is now complete. With that being established, let's go ahead and dive back into the Delta section that we weren't able to previously get. All right, beginning first and foremost with the United 767-400 to finish that out. This is the domestic gate, so you can expect a domestic service for this particular one. This one is coming in from Los Angeles, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Newark, so very cool to see that. A Delta Airlines Airbus A320 coming in from Buffalo, New York. This aircraft is now going to be making a pretty long flight today over to Reno. And we have the Delta Airlines 757-200. This one's coming in from San Diego, and now it's going to be making a flight to Juneau, Alaska, which is just a Saturday only here in the winter, which is a very interesting yet very cool flight. We have a Delta Airlines A220-300. This aircraft is coming in today from, that's a 223. Let's go with Melbourne for him, and now it's going to be making a flight to Key West. I think that could probably work, not sure with the runway, who knows. And we have a Delta 737-800. This one is coming in from Seattle, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Omaha. Next, we have the blended 737-800. This aircraft is coming in from Tucson, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Tallahassee. And we have this Delta A220-100 coming in from Washington Dulles, and now it's making a flight over to Raleigh. we have a Delta Airlines 717 Duo right here, which is super cool. So the top one is pushing back today over to Burlington, Vermont, and came in earlier today from, how about Charlotte? And then we have another 717, which is making a flight today in from, let's go with, I think Fort Myers fits well for him, and now it's going to be making the service today over to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Here's the Delta Boeing 767-400. This ER aircraft is going to be making a non-stop service today over to, about said Copenhagen, but that's more of a United route. So the SkyTeam route that is coming to mind right now, however, is the service for, well, I'm thinking of KLM and the other airline, which would be Air France, but those aren't even relevant. This is going to be their Rome flight today. Delta's Rome flight's right here. However, the Airbus A330neo is going to be going completely off the gridiron for that region. This aircraft's going to the other side of the world, however, with its non-stop service today over to Seoul. So really cool to see that. And what a lovely model it is right there. We have two Delta Airbuses. We have a 319. This one is coming in from Minneapolis, and now it's flying out to Des Moines. We have an Airbus A321, and thank you for watching this video because it's saying thank you. So there we go. I always like to include that aircraft for that reason. This one is coming in today from Nashville, and that's going to be making a flight today over to Denver. So quite a nice lineup over here for the Delta gates. With that all established now, let's go ahead and I think the smartest progression, because I want to give you all an update on what's going on over there. We're going to do all of these taxiways over here and then go into the American and cargo. Then that will take us on to Southwest. That'll get us to the low cost, and then I'll show you the brand new expansion to round it all out. So I like to keep it all organized so kind of you all know what's going on, because this airport's so large that it's kind of a guessing game at times, I'm sure, for the viewers. So let me know in the comments what you think about it. But anyway, let's get started with this Alaska SkyWest E175. This one today is heading over to Kalispell and made a flight in earlier today from Palm Springs. Here we have a World Atlantic MD-80. This aircraft's taxiing out from Miami today. And next we have a Delta 737-800, and this one is going to be coming in today from Salt Lake City, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Eugene, Oregon. So quite a cool overnight service. It's kind of an afternoon bank, by the way, and due to the regions, some of these cities, some of their overnight flights are already leaving. This one's going to be another one, this American 737-800, which is currently making a flight today a little way over on a flight to Vancouver, and came in earlier today from Amarillo. So very cool to see that. We have a couple of hardstand planes like the Desert Max 8 waiting for a gate in from Miami. And we have a ERJ-170, which is currently coming in today from, let's see, I'm trying to just keep the variety up, Tallahassee, and now it's going to be making a flight over to Jacksonville. And then the CRJ-900 here is still waiting for its engine, which I should have got that done by now, but it happens. Okay, right here we have an American E321neo. This frame is coming in from Charlotte, and now it's going to be getting ready today. Head over to Dallas Fort Worth because we got to keep that hub and spoke up. Here's the FedEx 767-300 freighter. This frame is making a flight over to Toronto today. So cool to see some international cargo action going very strong. Here we have this American 737-800. This aircraft is coming in today from Montreal, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to San Jose del Cabo. So you'll notice that most of those international aircraft will stay with international routes. That's just how American does their dispatching there. Quite a few other airlines also do that. But anyway, here's the American ERJ-175. This aircraft's coming in from Richmond, and now it's going to be making a flight today, heading over to Stillwater, Oklahoma, because we love that. And then now we have a Southwest 737, and this one's heading over to Orlando today and came in from Fort Lauderdale. All right, next we have a silver ATR 42. This, as we would expect, is coming in from Omaha first. However, now it's going out to Memphis, as we know. And we have an Astrojet American 737. This one is currently making a flight today coming in from Las Vegas, and now it's going to be heading out to Dallas Fort Worth. So looking quite nice. A couple of aircraft that we missed on taxiway earlier. We have this American E319, which is headed over to West Palm Beach today and came in from Washington National. A DHL 737-800, which is coming in from Tulsa, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Austin, Texas. Here's a Polar DHL Hybrid 767, and this freighter is coming in today from Cincinnati, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Mexico City. So quite a nice array right there. That will now put us, you saw a little tail right there. Don't worry about what that was. Trust me, you'll see. Let's pop it on over here, and let's kick it into gear here with our American Eagle offerings. So let's go ahead and do just that. But first, of course, Contour has just as big of a presence. Does it look better with the light on? would say probably not. You know what? Probably will help on the other side. So I'll just go ahead and have some supplemental lights. So here we go for the Contour E145. Heading out to Greensville, Mississippi. This aircraft came in from, I believe is it Tuplav, New Mexico somewhere? They fly somewhere out there, so I wanted to include that route today. Next, we have this American E145. This aircraft is currently coming in today from Tucson, and now it's going to be making a service today over to Fargo. Here's the CRJ 700 for SkyWest coming in from Sioux Falls, and now it's going to be heading out to Colorado Springs. And we have another one right here coming in from Milwaukee, and now it's going to be heading over to Providence. Here's the CRJ 900. This aircraft's coming in from Hartford, Connecticut. This aircraft's now going to be making a flight today, heading over to, what's the other, Rochester, New York. And then we have the CRJ 700, which is coming in today from Birmingham, Alabama, and now it's going to be making a flight today, heading over to Grand Junction. Here's another CRJ 900 coming in from Duluth, Minnesota. This aircraft's now going to be gearing it on up today for Flagstaff. And then we have another Conga line. So let's begin with the 700 here. This aircraft's coming in from Mobile, and now it's heading out to Shreveport. SkyWest CRJ 700 coming in from New Orleans, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Panama City, Florida. There's the old livery CRJ 700 that retro continues to sneak in. This aircraft's coming in today from Roswell, New Mexico, and now it's going to be making a non-stop service today, heading over to Charleston, West Virginia. And then we have the ERJ-145 coming in from Philadelphia, because yes, this aircraft's now going to be making a flight today over to Wilmington, North Carolina. Here's this American CRJ-900. Let's see, Albany, New York for this guy, and now it's going to be making a flight to Marquette, Michigan. We have a CRJ-700. This aircraft is coming in from Waco, Texas, and now it's going to be heading over to Midland, Texas. And lastly, we have a CRJ-200 getting ready for the bags here. This aircraft came in from Cheyenne, Wyoming, and now it's going to be operating in service to Idaho Falls, which is quite nice. So looking great for those. Now let's bounce into the aircraft over here. Here's an McCauley 757-200 freighter. This aircraft's coming in from, let's see, I think that a good cargo city that we don't mention very often is San Bernardino, so let's say that one. And now it's going to be making the flight today over to Miami. Everett's Air Cargo, McDonnell Douglas MD-80 freighter, and this aircraft is making a flight today. He's coming in from Orlando today, so that's quite cool. Here's the Primera 737 freighter. This aircraft is coming in from San Bernardino, ironically enough. However, now it's going to be heading over to Boston. And here's a Coletta Charge 2 727, and this aircraft is currently getting ready for Omaha today and came in from Phoenix Sky Harbor. Okay, let's go ahead and get the Coletta Air DHL Hybrid 767 freighter coming in today from Boston. Now it's going to be making a flight to Salt Lake City. Here's our beautiful final ever 747 house livery that's still getting worked on. This will be a multi-month project. It will be here for a long time. We might get another one later on, so stay tuned. Here's the Air Canada Cargo 767 freighter, and this aircraft is currently coming in from Toronto, of course. However, he's going to Vancouver after that, so good sequence there for him. Here's a Primera 767 freighter. This aircraft is coming in today from Cincinnati, and now it's going to be jetting off today on a very cool service to Dallas-Fort Worth. A FedEx Boeing 777 freighter, and this aircraft is getting ready today for, let's see, Los Angeles. It came in earlier today after its flight in from Miami. Next, we have this MD-11 coming in from Memphis, Tennessee. This aircraft is doing the turnaround. A UPS 757-200 freighter, and this aircraft is loading up today for San Antonio and came in from El Paso. UPS Enhanced 767 freighter, and this one is getting ready today for Denver, and that is going to be coming in from Louisville. Here's the Airbus E300. This one is coming in today from St. Louis, and now it's going to be heading over to Greensville, South Carolina. And lastly, we have the UPS Boeing 747 freighter, and this one is loading up for none other than Anchorage and came in earlier today from Mexico City. So definitely a really healthy variety there on those. Here's taxiing out for departure to Charlotte. This American Boeing 777-200ER came in earlier today from Rome. We have a United ERJ-175. This one is taxiing out today, heading over to Colorado Springs, and earlier today came in from Northwest Arkansas. Here we have the Air Wisconsin CRJ-200 coming in from Springfield, Missouri. Now it's going to be making a flight today over to Columbia, South Carolina. And we have this American Eagle ERJ-175 heading over to Great Falls, Montana. This aircraft came in from Medford, Oregon. And we have a CRJ-900, which is making a flight today in from Detroit. Now it's going to be heading over to Tucson. And we lastly have the United E-175, which is coming in today from Cleveland. And now it's going to be making a flight today over to Shreveport. So very cool to see that right there. All right, so that covers all of this side of the airport besides a very exciting part that we will talk about later in the video. Let's go ahead and get over here with our Southwest aircraft and our low cost here before we go over there to manage that. So again, really hope all of you are enjoying the video. These are super fun updates to make, even when jet bridges fall in the middle of the update, and that in turn messes with your ground service equipment, but we know the drill around here. We still love it regardless. So let's go ahead and dive into our Southwest Airlines aircraft, and we'll come back and do the taxiway before we go and get the other airlines that are still here that we've yet to get. All right, Southwest Airlines has quite the operation, as we know and love, so let's go ahead and get started. This Southwest Airlines 737-700 is currently coming in today from Columbus, and now is going to be heading out to Burbank. The Southwest Airlines 737 MAX 8 is coming in from Minneapolis, and now is heading out to Washington National. This Southwest 737-700 is coming in from Reno, and now is going to be going out to Baltimore. This Southwest 737 MAX 8 is currently coming in today from Fort Myers, and now is going to be heading out to San Jose del Cabo. We have an empty bridge, and then we have the Southwest 737 MAX 7 coming in from San Diego, and now is heading out to Palm Springs. And we have the Southwest 737-800 New Mexico one coming in from Las Vegas, and now it's going to be heading out over to Pensacola. We also have a Republic ERJ-175. This aircraft is coming in from Milwaukee, and now it's going to Atlanta. And we have the Illinois 737-800 coming in from Seattle, and now it's going to Salt Lake City. And we have a Mesa CRJ-900 rounded out over here, coming in from New Orleans, and now it's going to be going over to Washington National. Okay. Southwest Airlines 737 MAX 8 coming in from Denver, now going out to Phoenix. 737-700 coming in from San Antonio, now going out to Burbank as well. 737-800 coming in from, oh man, bunch of routes. Jacksonville, now it's going to be going over to Atlanta. And a 737 MAX 8 coming in from Sacramento, and now it's going to be going over to San Francisco. 737-800 coming in from Destin, now it's going to be making a flight today over to Raleigh-Durham. 737-700 coming in from Indianapolis, now it's going over to Islip. 737 MAX 8 coming in from Dallas Love Field, now it's going to be going out to Orlando. Nevada 737-800 coming in from Long Beach, now it's going to be flying over to Portland, Oregon. 737-700 coming in from Providence, and now it's going to be flying on to Panama City. 737-700 coming in from Denver, and now it's going to be flying on to Madison. 737 MAX 8 Canyon Blue coming in from Los Angeles, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to Omaha. And let's go ahead and get these taxiing airplanes, like this Delta E-170 coming in from Austin, and now it's going to be flying to San Diego. A Frontier Pike the Otter A320. This aircraft is making a flight today in from Orlando, and now it's heading over to Raleigh-Durham. Arizona 1 coming in from Denver, and now it's going to be making a flight over to San Jose, California. The CRJ-900 Delta is coming in from Dallas-Fort Worth, and now it's going to be making a flight today over to San Diego. We have the Beechcraft that's been doing taxiing practice for 3 months, and the Willie, if you want to go that far. But the Maryland 1 737-700 wasn't there, I don't believe. This aircraft is going to be making its flight today, heading over to Cozumel. Missed that route, but now it's going to be going to Cancun. I know they got that still, which is great. Okay, let's continue. Next, we have JetBlue. So we have an Airbus 320 Spotlight coming in from Pittsburgh. This aircraft's now going to be, which is a really, really interesting Saturday-only flight. Now it's going on to Orlando. And then we have the new livery A320, which is currently making a flight today to Boston. It came in earlier today from Miami. Spotlight Sharklet A320 coming into the gate after its flight in today from Fort Lauderdale. Turnaround. Love it. Here's the high-rise A320. Hopefully its gate will survive. This aircraft is coming in today from San Diego, and now it's going to be heading over to, let's see. I like the sounds of Denver. And then we have the Sun Country 737-800. This aircraft is coming in from Minneapolis, of course, on turnaround. We have two beautiful Allegiant aircrafts. So the first one is the normal scheme. This aircraft's coming in today after a flight from, let's see, Allegiant doesn't go to Raleigh-Durham. I'm looking for Denver for this guy. This aircraft's now going to be heading out to their one of their main operations in Punta Gorda. And then we have the Las Vegas Raiders Eastman 18, which is coming in from Los Angeles, and that's the turnaround. There's the United 737 MAX 10, which has been doing taxiing practice for several months, so that will continue for a while. We have 3 more aircraft down there, like the Avelo 737-800, which coming in from Orlando on turnaround. The Breeze Airbus E220-300 is coming in now from Daytona Beach, very cool route. However, now it's going to be going over to New York LaGuardia, and that's a very, very, very neat route. And we have the Breeze E195, which is coming in from Tampa, just keep it simple, and that's a turnaround too, so looking very nice. We have several Frontier aircraft over here doing what they do best. So the Baja the Whale Shark is coming in from Dallas, now it's going out to San Francisco. We have the Colorado the Bighorn Sheep coming in from Charlotte, now it's going to be heading over to Los Angeles. Here's Ed, Eddie, and Edwin the Penguins coming in from Northwest Arkansas. A very neat route. Now it's going to be going over to Oklahoma City, another very neat one. Here's the American Supervillains Airlines A321neo coming in from Washington. Now it's going to be making a flight today over to San Antonio. And we have the Spirit Gates like this A320neo, which is coming in from Sacramento, and now it's going to be going to Oakland. We have this A321 coming in from Atlanta. Now it's going over to Minneapolis. Here's this Airbus A320neo coming in from St. Louis, and now it's even making a flight over to Pensacola. And lastly, we have this Airbus A321neo, which is making the flight today in from Los Angeles, and now it's going to be making a quick flight over to Orlando. So looks quite nice. And we missed one Frontier there on the Izzy the Orca, which is making the flight in from Denver on the turnaround because you got to have at least one of those. And here is the Airbus A340-600. I'm sure an answer to that will be put into place within the next few months. Here we have the Frontier Wilbur the Whitetail A320. That aircraft really wasn't supposed to be there, but now it is, so he's just on hard stand. He'll go over to Las Vegas tomorrow. And Jack the Rabbit, unfortunately, is going out of service, so he's going to be there for a little bit. So hopefully we'll get to see him a couple more times. American Tier Data 700, heading out to... I like the sounds of Las Vegas, and now it's going to be making it over to Houston Hobby. We have two Learjets over there on the left, so they're both actually based here, so they're just going to do turnarounds. So the green one is coming in from Providence, and the red one is coming in from Flagstaff. And we have the Gulfstream G5, which is coming in from Teterboro, but now it's going to be jetting all the way over for Winnipeg today. And we have the Cessna 172 doing a local flight around the area. We have this Learjet 45 taxiing out today. Fuel stop after starting in Ontario. He's now continuing all the way on to Traverse City. And we have a JSX ERDS 145, which is coming in from Destin Executive, but now is going out to Houston Hobby. So that's really great to see right there. All of that, everyone, which we made really great time. We've never done it all that fast. It's like we forgot somewhere, but we actually did on purpose. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we missed. So I did say in the last update that there would be major progress on at least that project or another one revolving international. So the international projects, what I chose to prioritize my resources and where we are. So talked about how the international gates have been too congested. So a few months ago we had, in September I believe, the SkyTeam gates open. So One World had the next highest bid. I think I hinted at that in an update, whether it was September or October, whenever it was. So now they have their own new facility. So that leaves you with who had the most money to spend, and you'll see results from them in the near future. But One World got a whole new 5-gate facility over here right across from the American gate. So that's why I'm super excited about this, because this is a super easy connection. So we have 5 international stands currently with options to expand. This should be very sufficient for the future moving forward. There is also possibilities that the closer carriers like British Airways, Qatar, and Qantas could park at these in stands for American too. They don't have current facilities for non-US airlines, so that's why it's just American over here, but we do have a brand new 5-gate facility. So this currently is housing all the One World carriers, and this is just such an easy connection. You just go on the underground train. So obviously the main terminal has always been, well, it was supposed to initially be that one, but it initially turned into this one. So imagine the massive land side that's over here in La La Land. So of course we have Terminal 1. This was originally a satellite, but now it's pretty much land side. So we have one satellite, so we have the satellite 1A, so this is satellite 1B. So you're probably wondering how we got to or sorry, why am I changing numbers? Because it's always been letters. So we're gonna have A1, so this has been A land side, so AL, so A1, so this is A2. So you're probably wondering how we got to A2 for the name for this. Well, that's just where we're at. And they've thought about recategorizing it and changing it the numbers for this terminals. We'll see what they do, but for now this will be, I might, you know what, it's probably going to be easier if I just go ahead and rename it. So terminal 1, 2, 3, or sorry, 3, 4, and then 5. So this is terminal 1B is what this will be categorized as. 1, 1A, 1B. It's a little confusing, but I'll try to make a diagram sometime. I know I've had a couple of requests for that. So anyway, though, 5 new stands here for One World carriers, and this will be really great. So they're currently working on getting bridges. So we currently just have air stairs. So expect by January updates some much better work. But obviously pretty standard for the most part. The only major difference is the final gate over here is angled off for an A380 capable gate. I know the stand doesn't look like it's supposed to have one, but I thought the angle was pretty cool. You can see here where it barely fits on, so I thought that was pretty sweet. And no, the airport's not perfect. You can see lines that are crooked and all that on the stands. I do my best to make it as realistic as I can, but as you can see, this one was angled purposely for an A380 capable stand, which we're pretty in need of. So the British Airways, that's the last deployment over there. So we have One World now over here at 1B, which I think is quite awesome, and going forward it will be great. And then Star Alliance will be getting a massive treat. So and I started to do it over there. You'll see in the January update why Star Alliance ended up getting it, but obviously in La La Land, we're just pretending that they do have a bunch of money anyway between Singapore and other carriers. So there's some more hints for what's coming up. Anyway, let's get to our international carriers since we've fully explained all this. Here's the Japan Boeing 787-9 coming in from Tokyo and Narita. Everybody's getting deplaned, and now they'll get through immigrations and go get on their American Airlines connecting flights if applicable. Here we have the Qatar Boeing 777-300ER. This aircraft's coming in from Doha, the only non-Euro white at this area. Looks really nice here at gate number 2. At gate number 3 over here, well, obviously they're all, the numbering system's a little different, but we have a Malaysia Airlines Airbus A330-200, and this aircraft coming in from Kuala Lumpur. They've been quite an awesome addition here at the airport. American Airlines has fully terminated their Helsinki service because Finnair is picking up a second daily flight now since we have more slots. So here's the second daily Finnair Airbus E350 flight. As you would expect, coming in from Helsinki, we have one flight that comes in earlier in the day, which is the new one, and then we have the second daily, which has been the normal time. So very cool to integrate that one now, and that's really sweet. And we have the beautiful to finish it off, and we even got some sun to come in here at the very end. I know it's a little faint, but it is here, so that's really cool. The Qantas Airbus A380, it's so awesome that this has its own gate over here. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Again, it's kind of unique with the angled stand and whatnot. But this aircraft is coming in from Sydney, Australia to round out the update. We're so excited for the future here of the One World carriers. And as you can see, this particular frame looks quite happy at home, and I really like the gate angled off. If you're wondering, this is actually a cargo board that I had. I think I used it for Dallas, but it actually worked perfectly to put the 5 wide body stands on. And don't laugh at me too much. I always put this on the table when I'm not using it, but here's the current little prop that I have for it. I know it's not very good, so that's why I'm being extremely careful over here. But I thought that this would be good long term, and we do have potential to expand it down here if we need to. I currently don't think that my fleet's gonna be anywhere close to that right now, especially since we just pop a couple over here. But I thought that moving them over here made much more logistical sense. You know, when I started this airport 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago now, kind of, over there made sense. You know, they were all together and I didn't have enough wide bodies, but over the last 2 years, my international fleet's grown tremendously. So I thought it was only right to get some new wide body stands over here. And quite frankly, it looks really nice. You know, the taxiway's pretty even there. I tried to even it up a little bit. I need to move these down just a little bit to finish it off. But, you know, I thought this turned out really well, and I thought this was a good solution. I still got to get a new taxiway there and finish this all off. But what happened here real quick to explain is that I have to record all these updates in groups, and the majority, I prioritize moving the planes around so that it looks as original as possible. So that's always my priority. So the little projects like getting this all fixed up when it rips off or whatever can go on the wayside. So I sincerely apologize about that happening. And in the January update, I hope to not film an update till I'm really satisfied with the layout and how it all looks and all that. Same goes for the uneven tables, like right here. That's not, you know, I'm not the happiest with how the unevenness is, but the priority at this point was getting filmed because I ended up missing 2 summer updates, which I wasn't very happy about. Obviously, considering the circumstances of what's been going on in my life and how busy I've been, I just kind of let it go. But going forward, I'm very hopeful to have this all organized and to have a full layout. I want to get some more like VOR pieces and other neat, fun additions to make it fun. But between the marshallers and cones and all that, I thought that it all looked pretty great. So you can see those there. But yeah, now with all this expansion going on, I need a bunch of new jet bridges, so you can expect that. And in the December update next month, I'll give you a little bit more of a hint as to what to expect with the new Star Alliance. I hate to say facility, but it's inevitable. There will be a brand new facility, but it's not going to be just a little bit of this. The current plan is we're going to go all out, and I hope that this isn't, you know, the final big expansion for the airport. But considering what my life has moving forward, considering that I'm going to be graduating college fairly soon, it's crazy to think that in about a year I'll be graduating and all that. In this current layout, this might be the final major expansion. So I really just want to capitalize on it because I don't know what my future, you know, setup's going to look like and what I'll be able to do. I really hope that I'll have the adequate space to be able to have a pretty large display. but I definitely hope that it will be, you know, I'm sure it's going to have to be changed around a little bit. It's an absolute privilege to have this much space to work with. So it would be an absolute, just complete blessing if I'm able to come up with any sort of similar layout long term, but we're still a year out from that. So anyway, though, I hope to do as much as I can, but considering that this space is even running out, which has been incredible that we've been able to develop all of this and we continue to add gates, and I still have room in this setup. I'm gonna try to make as many mini expansions like this as I can. And over there on that project, let's get to that since I've rambled on about that long enough over there. With regards to this project over here, I'm very hopeful to have another fold-up table ready. I just haven't been able to get one. But again, I'm short on gates and aircraft. I have the aircraft. I just need the one more table here to be able to finish this off. So excited about that. So I'll be getting that here very soon, and then we'll be able to get the full expansion on there and make it look all nice and pretty. So anyway, though, fairly record time. I definitely, the light going fast kind of helped with regards to making this at least a little shorter. So I really hope all of you enjoyed this. Again, this airport's an absolute blast to put together. You know, I was looking back at the original thumbnail for that August 2022 update, and it was this and a little bit over here, plus the American gates down there, and that was it. So I think that we've added all that, we've added all this, and we've added the, you know, the cargos over there and the regional stands. It's been really fun. I really hope all of you have enjoyed these Great Plains updates. They're obviously not going anywhere. There could be some changes long term, so of course you can expect possibly some substantial changes, but I don't have any intentions of getting rid of any of the mats or any of the equipment. I'm hopeful that I'll be able to come back home here where we're currently at and be able to record at least for the immediate future after my college graduation. So again, I don't know what the outlook's gonna look like or where exactly it would be. So I'm just trying to treat this, you know, very cautiously, considering I never know what the next step is. So obviously I'm not gonna be getting out of YouTube or any of that or any of the passion or, you know, even the sunset degrees, as you can see right there. So regardless, what my point is here is that I just really want to maximize what I have currently. And I feel like we've really done a good job on that, considering that we've added this. And then obviously that little guy over there has been great. But what's coming up in a couple months will really take it to the next level. My hint is that if you remember what happened in June of 2023, that is kind of what you can expect with this. So I'm super excited about it, and I hope each and one of you are as well. Thank you so much for continuing to tune in to the Great Plains Model Airport updates, and I hope you've enjoyed their consistency since I've been able to record them all at once here, and definitely going to prioritize over spring break to get them all in a really good shape and ready to record, because it'll be absolutely awesome. So with that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.